Hello, Michael. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I think your internet is having a problem.
It's fine at this end. Why? What can you see there?
I see the red bar on the internet bar on the screen.
Okay.
Or is it mine?
Yours. I mean, you look fine to me. I can see you fine, very clearly. And I think, everything is fine here as far as I can see. So did you have exams this week, Michael?
So I have the two main subject exam for this week is
Yeah.
English and literature.
Okay. How did it go?
Well, I did it like with top effort,
Sorry, with
with no effort.
no effort.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know your result yet?
Well, I still have another two main subject to go, so and maybe until after next week.
After next week. Okay. Okay. How do you think the English went?
Oh, I did it excellence.
Excellent. Excellent. That's great. Good for you. That's great.
Wow.
Now I was going to show you that's right. The letter. Remember I told you from last week,
Yeah.
the letter from the child I sponsor, the little girl. So she lives in Cao Bang province.
Chabang.
Yeah.
It's a mountainous area.
Yes. Yes. And I think very poor. Okay. So can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it clearly.
Okay. So can you translate? That's all.
I can. So wow, her writings are not only small, but it's pretty low.
Sorry, it's pretty what, do you think?
Like it's pretty hard to see.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So the supporter,
So can you read or?
I'm trying to translate it because there are a few hard words to translate into English.
Okay.
Do you
So
know the supporters are like in another meaning?
the meaning for
Supporters.
supporter. She probably means sponsor.
Yeah, the sponsor.
Sponsor. Yeah, sponsor.
Yeah,
Sponsor.
sponsor.
Yeah, dear sponsor. Okay. Well, while you were looking at that, I'll say hello to the others. Hello, Tuk Lin.
Hi, teacher.
How are you?
I'm great.
Good. Have you had a good week?
Yes.
Good.
I have a great.
That's good. That's good. You see, it's cold here today. That's why I'm wearing a jersey. Very cold. Only about 10 degrees here this afternoon.
Oh,
Getting cold
in
now.
Hanoi in Hanoi today is hot.
Right.
It's
Right. About
25.
what? 25.
25.
Wow.
Yes.
Sound perfect to me. 25 sounds just right. Not too hot.
Yeah.
I like the hot weather. Okay. So what you can see on screen at the moment, can you see this letter?
Yes, I see it.
Okay. This is from a child that I send money to in Cao Bang province.
Oh.
Okay. And so she has written me this letter. So
Yes,
at the
I saw it.
moment, so Michael is looking to translate it for me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Can you see it too, Tuklin? Can you understand?
In, the letter Siri is a little bit small.
Yes, very
Can
small
read it
writing.
clearly. Yes.
Very small writing. Yeah. Okay. Who else can I see? Duknia, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Pretty fine. And you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Who else can I see? It's all right. We will start in just a moment. Hello, Chojang.
Yes, hi, teacher.
How are you, Chojang?
I'm great. Thank you.
Okay, that's great. And hello, Tang.
Hello, teacher.
How are you, Tang?
I'm good. Teacher, today my device is broken, so I can't open my camera. Sorry.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can. It's
At the
a
moment?
letter, right?
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's a letter. It's a letter.
Yeah.
So I'm just getting Michael is helping me translate. Okay, it's from a child that I sponsor in Cao Bang province. Okay, hello, Bhutan. Hello, Bhutan. Can you hear me? Ah, and I have a new student. Hello, Tu Hung, is it?
It is me. I forgot to change the name.
Ah, you didn't change your name. Oh, it's you. What is the name?
It's my mom name. I'm
It's your
using
mom's
her
name.
computers.
Ah, okay. Okay. I
Yes,
thought,
Ngọc Hà. Yeah, yes, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I thought, wow, you look familiar, but the name is different.
It's my mom name.
Your
I
mom's
forgot to
name.
change it.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Don't worry about it now, Michael. Don't worry. We'll start the lesson.
I'm still trying to translate the third
Yeah. How
line.
far have you got?
The third line.
The top line. Okay.
The third line.
The third line. Ah, okay. What does it say before we finish? What does it say so far? What does it say?
So the girl says the girl are asking about your like health, and she tells you that she's still a crybaby.
She's still a crybaby.
Yeah, she's still being a crybaby. She cries a lot.
She
And
okay.
she tells about her family,
Right,
that she have two sisters,
right.
and
She has two sisters
her grandma.
and her grandma.
I think it's one sister because she told that herself and her sister.
Right. Okay. All right. That sounds very interesting. All right. Thank you for doing that so far, Michael. Thank you.
No
Maybe
problem.
I'll get Mrs. Ha to help me sometime.
It's my pleasure. I can
Okay.
I can translate the rest and send you after. I've already screenshot the page.
Okay. Well, maybe wait another week. I know you are busy. You have some exams this week, so don't worry. But thank you, Michael. Okay. We can wait another week. All right. So I can see your message. Thank you, Bhutan. All right. Your camera and mic are not working. Okay. So I hope you can hear and see everything we are doing. Okay. So, Zung Ha. Hello, Zung Ha. Oh, she can't hear me. Okay. All right, everyone. Well, welcome to class for today. I hope you've all had a good week, and I hope you're going to enjoy this afternoon's class, and I hope you can learn something new. Zung Ha. Ah, there you are. Okay. Can you hear me, Zung Ha?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. All right. All right, everyone. So before we start, does anyone have any questions for me? Any questions? All right. I'm just trying to get today's, hang on just one moment. I'm just finding the correct document to show you. Okay, I hope you can all see this document. Michael, can you see the document okay?
I can see it clearly.
Okay, great. Can you please tell me what is this week's fun phrase of the week?
So I think this week fun phrase of the week is where is it? We can use adverb.
Can you see this document?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
seeing it. More modifying adjectives.
No. Okay. All right. I'll try share again this time.
I see it. Fun phrase of the week.
Yes.
Once in the blue moon. I think I
Good.
got this.
Yeah. Once in a blue moon. That's it. All right. Tuk Lin.
Oh, yes.
Yes. What does once in a blue moon mean?
It means something does happen very rarely.
Good. All right. Duk Nia.
Yes.
All right. How do you use
This
this
phrase
phrase?
is this phrase is used to describe something that doesn't happen often.
Keep reading, please, Duk Nia.
Example, I see my relatives from South Vietnam once in a blue moon.
Okay, so I'm sure some of you have heard this phrase before. It's quite a common one, but for those of you who haven't heard it, it is very useful because it's how you idiomatically say or describe something that doesn't happen very often or hardly ever. Okay, Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Cho Zhang, can you please give me a sentence using once in a blue moon, please?
I swept my house once in a blue moon.
You sweep your house once in a blue moon. Okay,
Yes.
so not very often.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Cho Zhang. Tang, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Tang, what does food coma mean? What is a food coma?
It means you're full. You can't eat anymore.
You can't eat anymore and you feel very sleepy or even sick. Okay, you feel sick. Okay. Zung Ha.
Yes.
Zung Ha, not out of the woods yet. What does that mean?
Haven't found out the solution.
Yeah, haven't found, or we are still in trouble. We still have some problem. Okay, so you can say the economy of Vietnam is not out of the woods yet. Means there is still some problem with the economy. Does that make sense, Sung Ha?
Yes.
Okay, good. Michael.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, under the weather. What does that mean?
Under the weather. So I think under the weather is like you're not in a good condition.
Means you feel sick. You're right.
Yeah.
Means you feel sick. I'm feeling under the weather today. I have a bad cold. Okay. Tuk Lin, the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court.
Was it your decision to decide something?
Correct. Okay, so a sentence would be, Tuk Lin, shall we go to Hoi An or Nha Trang for our holiday? The ball is in your court. Okay, it means you decide, you choose. All right, and the last one, Duk Nia, I'm on the fence. If I'm on the fence about something, what does that mean?
I'm sorry, I don't remember what this means.
Okay. Cho Zhang, do you remember? Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I'm on the fence about something. I'm on the fence. What does that mean?
I guess it means that we wonder about something.
Almost. It means I am I am undecided about something. I haven't made up my mind. For example, is China a good or bad country? I'm on the fence about that. Means I'm not sure if it's good or bad. Does that make sense now, Duknia?
Yes.
Okay, so it just means you are undecided. You haven't made up your mind about something. All right, I'm on the fence. Okay, all right, good. I'm glad you remember all of those. So this week's fun phrase, once in a blue moon, something that happens very rarely. Something that happens very rarely. I eat ice cream once in a blue moon, not very often. Okay, on to this week's quick word challenge. Now, you all know what a collocation is, I'm sure. A group of words that often go together into a phrase. 2, 3, or 4 words that often come together is a collocation. So all the words you can see in bold are collocations. All right, but the way that some of these collocations are used in some of these sentences is not correct. So you have to decide which sentence has the correct collocation for it to make sense. Slurred, by the way, some of you might not know this word. Slurred speech is when you speak and your words are not pronounced very clearly. For example, maybe someone who is drunk, they have drunk too much alcohol. They can't speak very well, so their speech is slurred. Also, maybe someone who is unwell, someone who is feeling sick might have slurred speech. Means they run all their words together. It's hard to understand what they're saying. So I hope that makes sense. So, Tang.
Yes.
Okay, Tang, can you read number 1 for me, please? Read all the sentence.
Yeah. So he paid tribute to her in a very emotional slurred speech, or he paid tribute to her in a very emotional victory speech.
Okay, which sentence is correct? Which sentence has the correct collocation, Tang?
I think is victory speech.
Okay, Zung Ha.
I choose victory speech.
Okay, victory speech. Michael.
I choose victory speech.
Tuk Lin.
I choose victory speech.
Duk Nia.
I think it's victory speech.
Okay, Cho Zhang.
I choose victory speech.
Okay, good. 100% correct. Victory speech is the correct collocation in this case. Slurred speech doesn't make any sense in that sentence. He paid tribute to her in a victory speech. All right. Number 2, please. Zung Ha. Zung Ha. Can you read the sentence?
Rescue workers are trying to limit any environmental damage. Rescue workers were trying to limit any nerve damage.
Okay, which one is correct?
I think it's environmental damage.
Okay, Michael.
I choose the environmental damage.
Tuk Lin. Tuk Lin.
Environmental damage.
Duk Nia.
Environmental damage.
Cho Zhang.
Environmental damage.
And Tang.
Environmental damage.
Okay, again, 100% correct. Very good. It is environmental damage. Nerve damage is also a correct collocation, but nerve damage is something to do with your body, some medical thing. In this case, it makes more sense that rescue workers were trying to limit any damage to the environment from the fire or something like that. Okay, so that sentence makes more sense. Okay, number 3. Michael.
Number 3. There's
you
no
read?
indication that any of them was involved in criminal activity, or there's no indication that any of them was involved in economic activity. So I choose criminal activity.
Tuk Lin.
Criminal activities.
Duk Nia.
Choose criminal activity.
Cho Zhang.
This criminal activity.
Tang.
A criminal activity.
And Zung Ha.
Criminal.
Okay, very good. Again, 100%. You are doing very well at this. It is criminal activity. Okay, the one economic activity, again, is a correct collocation, but it doesn't make sense in that sentence. All right, Tuk Lin, number 4, please. Number 4, Tuk Lin.
This could face a danger for the global economy, or this could spell danger for global economy. I choose spell danger.
Duk Nia.
I choose spell danger.
Cho Zhang.
I choose face the danger.
Tang.
Spell danger.
Zung Ha.
Spell danger.
Michael.
I choose spell danger.
Okay, and the correct one is spell danger. This could face the danger for the global economy. Doesn't quite make sense. All right, this could spell danger for the global economy. Does make sense. The collocation spell danger, by the way, just means dangerous. Another way of writing that sentence could be, this could be dangerous for the global economy. All right, so spell danger is a common collocation. It just means something is dangerous. Just another way of saying dangerous. All right. If you go for a swim in the water when there are sharks around, this could spell danger. There's another way of saying if you go for a swim in the water where there are sharks, this could be dangerous. All right, so spell danger just means dangerous. And the last one of these, Duk Nia. Number 5, please. Number 5.
The couple spent $2 million on lawyer fees in the dealership battle. The couple spent $2 million on lawyer's fee in a divorce battle. I choose divorce battle.
Cho Zhang.
I choose divorce battle.
Tang.
The divorce battle.
Zung Ha.
Divorce battle.
Michael.
Divorce battle.
And Tuk Lin.
I choose divorce battle.
Okay, again, 100%. Very good. It is divorce battle, okay, is the only one that makes sense. Leadership battle, again, is a correct collocation, but it doesn't make sense in that sentence. Divorce battle is correct. That's good. Well done. Okay, now just looking quickly at the word formations. I will just change the document on the screen for you. Does anyone have any questions, by the way, about any of those collocations? Collocations are very useful to know because it saves you looking at each individual word often, and you just look at the meaning of the phrase, and you can translate quite quickly. All right. Where are we going? Okay, so we're starting from number 1, exercise 2. All right. Cho Zhang, you are number 1. All right. Hung, you are number 2. Zung Ha, you are number 3. Michael, you are number 4. Tuklin, you are 5. Duknia, you are 6. Okay. Zhang, number 1. So you just read the sentence. Yeah, sorry, Zhang. Read the sentence with the correct form of the word.
We need to find a solution to the problem as soon as possible.
Correct. We need to find a solution to the problem as soon as possible. That is the correct form of the word solve. Okay. Tang, number 2.
Yuan speaks English fluently and makes very few grammarly mistakes.
Aha, not grammarly. Not grammarly. Do you want to try again, Tang? Not grammarly.
I don't know.
Okay,
think
it is grammatical. Grammatical. Very few grammatical mistakes. Actually, you could almost, I think, use the word grammar as it is in that sentence. It would still be okay. Makes very few grammar mistakes. So either grammar or grammatical is the word that goes in there. All right, thank you, Tang. Zung Ha, number 3.
The teacher keeps a record of every student attendance.
Correct. The teacher keeps a record of every student's attendance. Attendance. Number 4, Michael.
Air conditioning is a necessity if you live somewhere like south of Spain.
Good. Necessity. Air conditioning is a necessity, is the correct word. Thank you, Michael. Tuklin.
Yes. Don't be afraid of the dog. He absolutely unharmful.
Aha. He is absolutely harmful. Did you say, Tuklin?
Unharmful?
Is harmful. Harmful.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, not harm. Sorry. He's harmless. Sorry.
Harmless. Ah, yes, I don't know. That's
Yes, harmless.
harmless.
Harmless. He's absolutely, yeah. There's no such word as unharmful. Sorry. Okay. Good try.
Yeah.
Good try. Maybe there should be, but no. So the word is harmless. 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 Okay. We'll do one more round of these. Okay, and then we will get on to our speaking for this evening. So number 7, Cho Zhang. Number 8, Tang. Number 9, Zung Ha. 10, Michael. 11, Tuk Lin. And 12, Duk Nia. Okay, Cho Zhang, number 7.
Measures were taken around the world to tighten airport security after the 11 September attacks.
Very good. To tighten airport security. Okay, EN on the end of tighten airport security. Very good, Cho Zhang. Tang.
We are going to change our suppliers as they have become very unreliable in the last year.
Excellent. We're going to change our suppliers as they've become very unreliable in the last year. Okay, is the form of rely, unreliable. Zung Ha.
Patricia's very creative. She writes short stories and makes mosaics.
Good choice. Good pronunciation. The word is pronounced mosaics. Mosaics. Mosaic. A mosaic is a picture, Zung Ha, made up of little tiles. Have you seen these before? A mosaic. Okay, you get a little you get a little tile with that little picture. It's almost like a jigsaw puzzle. Okay, you see art from maybe about 2,000 years ago. A lot of Greek and Roman art, a lot of that was made of mosaics, little tiles made of the same sort of material you make plates out of, but little tiles made up of different colors. And they put the colors together to make different patterns. That is called a mosaic. However, back to your word. Yes, creative. Creative was the correct word. Okay, thank you, Zung Ha. Michael.
We need your signature at the bottom of the page.
Very good. We need your signature at the bottom of the page. Tuk Lin.
The index at the back of the book is in alphabetical order.
Well done. Alphabetical. You are correct. The index at the back of the book is in alphabetical order. Okay, and the last one for this evening, Tuk Nia.
The fan waved excitement as the film star stepped out of the limousine.
Okay, not excitement, not excitement. It is the fans waved excitedly, excitedly, excitedly. Okay, is the correct adjective. The fans waved excitedly as the film star stepped out of the limousine. Okay, any questions about any of those? You're doing very well at those. So we will finish this off next week. All right, and then that is the end of those for the moment. But it's good. I'm glad that you show such good knowledge of the different forms of the words. Okay, now it's time to go back to our speaking. All right, I'm going to now play you some audio, all right? So we're looking at part 1 of the Ielts speaking exam. As I'm sure most of you can remember, part 1 is where the examiner asks you short questions about maybe yourself or something to do with your family or something to do with your school or your job, if you have one. And the idea is you give short answers in return, maybe only 2 or 3 sentences. Okay, so I'm going to play you some sample questions now, then I'm going to get you to answer them. Now, the reason I'm playing you the questions and I'm not reading them myself is that I want you to every now and then get to experience different voices speaking English, not just mine, so that you can get used to other accents. So I'm going to play you these questions, so please just have a listen to this.
Track 3.
Tell me something about your family.
Although I live abroad now, my mum's family...
Okay. I'll play you actually the questions by themselves.
Track 2. Tell me something about your family. What do you like doing most with your family? Who are you close to in your family? In what way is your family important to you?
Okay, so there you heard some sample questions from part 1 of the Ielts exam. So I'm going to get you to take turns now at answering these questions. So, Michael, you are first, okay?
Yes.
All right, Michael, so I'm going to play you the first question, then please give me your answer in just 2 or 3 sentences, all right?
All right.
Track 2. Tell me something about your family.
Okay, Michael.
So my family is a nuclear family. It only contains my dad, my mom, and my sister, and me. Our family, however, lives happily together.
Okay. All right. Not bad. What I would do to improve on that, Michael, is to say maybe just a little bit more about what each person in your family does. All right.
I was about to say about their jobs, but I think
Yeah.
I might talk too much.
Yeah. That's understandable, Michael. Okay. So that's fine. So, I would probably leave out the bit about nuclear family. All right. What you were saying is correct, but it's probably not the sort of thing you would need to say in this exam. All right.
How about I only say my family is a nuclear family, then I introduce each of them and what they do.
I think it would be better to say there are 4 people in my family: my mum, my dad, my brother, and me. Okay. My mum is an engineer, my dad works in an office, and my brother goes to school.
I see.
Something like that. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. All right. Tuk Lin, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Listen to the question, Tuk Lin.
What do you like doing most with your family?
Okay.
I like every evening I have eating dinner with my family. We are sitting together in around table and eating many delicious food. Make it
Okay.
by my
No, that's good.
it's
That's good. That's good.
okay.
That's all you need to say. Okay. As your answer can be short, just like that. Okay. The only thing I would change is just instead of saying we are sitting together around the table, just say we sit together around the table.
Oh yes.
Is better English.
Actually, when I have a little bit nervous. I don't know why.
You are a little bit nervous. Okay.
Yes, when I heard the question, I have a yes.
Well,
Then I
this
need
is
to answer. Then I need to answer after 2 or 3 seconds. I have a little
right.
bit nervous.
Okay. All right. So this is why we are practicing. So don't worry. So your answer was fine, Tuk Lin. Okay. Your answer was fine. But just as I say, don't say we are sitting around the table. You say we sit around the table together.
Yes.
Eating dinner.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Is the way to say it. Thank you, Tuk Lin. All right. Duk Nia, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here's your question, Duk Nia.
Who are you close to in your family?
Okay.
Okay.
I am close to my mom because she cares for me very much, and she always talk with me like every day after I got home from school or after a practice session or something. Yeah, he always talks with me, and I'm
Okay,
very
good.
close with her.
Good, good. That's good, Duk Nia. Again, that's all you have to say, all right? Just 2 or 3 short sentences. 2 or 3 short sentences, but that's good. Good English, Duk Nia. That's fine. Okay, Cho Zhang, are you ready?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, here's your question.
In what way is your family important to you?
Okay, Cho Zhang.
Yes. So personally, I think that my family is a great place to I can share of my problems with them so that they can support and help me in healing my mental health.
Okay, that's very good. My family is very supportive. My family is very supportive of me. And I feel very comfortable sharing all my thoughts and feelings with them. So if you say it something like that, Cho Zhang, I think is a little bit better.
Yes.
Does that make sense? So you say, my family is very supportive. Means they support me, they look after me.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Cho Shang. Okay, Tang, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, here's your
Track
question.
2. Tell me something about your family.
Okay, Tang.
Okay, so my family has 5 members: me, my sister, my parents, and my grandmother. Yeah, we usually uh we usually hang out together, and we have a lot of good time together.
Okay, we
So-
usually hang out together and we have a lot of good, and the only correction I will make is you need to say times together.
Oh, okay.
Tang, okay? Has to be plural, times. Otherwise, it means you only have one good time. All right, and I'm sure you have many good times. So we hang out together and we have good times together. All right, but that's good, Tang. Otherwise, your answer was great. Okay, Zung Ha, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
What do you like doing most with your family?
Okay, Zung Ha.
I like to spend time watching TV with my family at the evening so that we can share the same hobbies or chatting about our days together.
Okay, good. Very good. Good answers. So everyone, you did good answers. So all I did was just correct some of the language that you used. So that's good. Good practice. Please remember, if you can't think straight away of an answer to this question, you can repeat the question that the examiner has just asked you. For example, if the question is, what do you like doing most with your family? You can say, what do I like doing most with my family? Well, let me see. I like eating dinner with my family. Okay, so it is okay to repeat the question while you are thinking of a good answer. You don't want to do this for every question, of course, but you can do it a few times just to give yourself a few seconds extra to think of an answer if you are a little bit stuck. Are there any questions about that? Okay, what I'm going to play for you now is how some other students have answered the same questions. So just have a listen to this.
Track 4.
One of my best friends is a guy called
Oops. I'll just go back one track.
Track 3.
Tell me something about your family.
Although I live abroad now, my mom's family is from Paris and my dad's family is from Toulouse. So I'm from a very French family. I would say I come from quite a small family, really. For example, I just have one older sister and 4 cousins. But it's true that my extended family is fairly big.
What do
Okay, so notice then that he talked about not just his mum and dad and brother, he talked about his cousins as well. And he also talked about where his parents came from. So for this sort of question, okay, you can also mention where your parents come from. So you might say, my family is my mum, dad, myself, and my sister. My mum and dad don't come from Hanoi. One of them comes from Hoi An. One of them comes from Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, so you can say that sort of thing to answer this question.
you like doing most with your family?
I like having nice long meals with good food and drink, and a few jokes for dessert.
Okay, so he likes having nice long meals with food and drink with a few jokes for dessert. Okay, so he makes a little bit of a joke there. But again, you can see how short the answer is. Doesn't have to be that long.
Who are you close to in your family?
In my family, well, I'm close to my uncle Jacques. He's a chef. He's hilarious, always telling jokes, and he's very enthusiastic about everything he does. We spent a lot of time together when I was growing up. In fact, he helped to bring me up.
Okay, so he talked then about his uncle and he gave reasons why. So it's always good, as most of you did, to give an example. If they say, who in your family do you like the most, or who are you closest to? So you say, my mum, my dad, my brother, and then you give some reasons why, 1 or 2 reasons why.
In what way is your family important to you?
My family is everything to me. They are my best friends, and they support me when things aren't going well. And when things are going well, I know they'll always be there for me, no matter what.
Okay, that's a good answer. He says, my family is everything to me. They always support me, even when things aren't going well. I know they will be always there for me, no matter what. Okay, that's a good answer. So I hope that gave you some ideas about how to answer family questions. Are there any questions about that? All right, looking back here at the sheet you can see on the screen, using tenses correctly. So one of the things that will lose you marks is if you don't get your tense correct. Normally people forget to speak in past tense is usually the problem. So for example, Michael.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, number 1, Michael. How long have you known your best friend? Which tense would you use in your answer?
Past tense.
Correct. Okay, I've known my best friend for 10 years. All right, is how you would answer, past tense. Tuk Lin.
Yes.
Okay, Tuk Lin. Number 2. Question 2. How did you meet? Past tense or present tense is your answer.
Past tense.
Correct. How did you meet? We met 5 years ago at the movies. Okay, so you are talking about something that happened in the past. What kind of person is he or she? Duk Nia.
He's very friendly and he's very elastic.
Okay, so what tense is your answer? What tense?
I think it's present.
Yes, present tense. Good. Present tense, because you're talking about what person they are now. What person they are now. Okay, and the last one of these, Cho Zhang. Number 4, Cho Zhang. Explain why you like him or her. Is your answer past tense or present tense?
Present tense, I guess.
Correct. Okay, correct. Present tense. All right. So again, just remember to have a think about your tense before you answer any of these questions. Are you talking about something that happened in the past or something that is happening now? Because if you get the tense wrong, and it is easy to do this, you will lose marks. All right, we will finish off our speaking for this afternoon with a very quick look at weak and strong forms of pronunciation. Now, some words, for example, prepositions, have 2 pronunciations, a strong form and a weak form. In normal speech, when we are speaking normally, we usually use the weak form of the preposition. All right, so I'm going to play you these sentences, then I'm going to get you to repeat them. And I want you to use the weak forms of these prepositions.
Track 5. 1. Can I have a cup of tea? 2. We met at university. 3. I've known him for 10 years. 4. I'm from Dubai. 5. It's 9:45.
Okay, now you might be sitting there listening and thinking, it doesn't sound any different to me. I can't hear the weak or strong pronunciations. So I will help you with that now. So number one, if I was to pronounce every word with strong pronunciation, I would say it like this. Can I have a cup of tea? Which doesn't sound like normal conversation. Normal conversation is more smooth and fluent than that. It needs to be more smooth and fluent. So it is more something like this. Can I have a cup of tea? All right. So I've used weak pronunciations with mainly the word of. I haven't said of. I've said something like, oh, can I have a cup of tea? Not can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a cup of tea? So tongue.
Yes.
Can you read sentence 1 for me, please, tongue, using the weak pronunciation?
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good. Very good, tongue. Very fluent. Okay. Can I have a cup of tea? Zung Ha.
Yes.
Can you read number 1, please?
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good. Can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a cup of tea? Good. Very good. And one more for number 1, Michael.
Can I have a cup of tea?
Good. Can I have a cup of tea? Okay, so you will notice all the words almost go together without any gap in between. That's how you learn to speak fluently. And to help you do that, you turn little words like prepositions into their weak pronunciation forms. Tuk Lin.
Yeah.
Can you read number 2, please?
We met at university.
Okay, we met at university. We met at university. Can you say it like that, please, Tuk Lin?
We met at university.
Okay, so what I'm trying to get you to do is turn the at into a sound almost just like a t sound. We met at university. We met at university.
Met.
Yeah.
We met at university.
Okay, better. We met at university. All right, that sounds much more fluent and natural. That sounds good, Tuk Lin. So can you hear the difference, Tuk Lin?
When the first
Yeah, when the first one is we met at university. We met at university. But I don't want you to say that. I want you to say we met at university.
Yes, I saw.
You can hear?
Different.
Good.
Yes,
That's good. That's good. Okay, thank you, Tuk Lin. Duk Nia.
We met at university.
Good. And number 3 now, Duk Nia. Number 3.
I've known him for 10 years.
Okay, I've known him. Doesn't mean you have to speak too fast. Okay, so please don't speak too fast, but just make sure in this case, the preposition is for, and it becomes like f. So instead of saying, I've known him for 10 years, you say, I've known him for 10 years. Known him for 10 years. Can you say that, please, Duk Nia?
I've known him for 10 years.
Good. I've known him for 10 years. I've known him for 10 years. Good. Okay, tongue.
I'm here.
Okay, tongue. Number 4, please.
I'm from Dubai.
Good. I'm from Dubai. Okay, so the word from becomes something like from. I'm from Dubai. Not I'm from Dubai. I'm from Dubai. I'm from Dubai. I'm from Dubai. That's good. And Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, number 5, please, Cho Zhang.
It's 9:45.
Okay, so that you did the strong pronunciation on 2. Okay, can you do the weak pronunciation, Cho Zhang?
It's 9:45.
So it's more like it's 9:45. So this 2 changes to t. Can you try that, please, Cho Zhang?
It's 9:45.
Almost. It's 9:45. 9:45.
Yes.
Okay, can you just say for me 9:45, Cho Zhang? 9:45.
9:45.
Okay, almost. 9:45. 9:45.
9:45.
Good. 9:45. 9:45. So again, it's almost like this is all one word. It's not 9:45, it's 9:45. 9:45. That's good. I think it sounds like you are getting the idea, everyone. Does anyone have any questions about this? Okay, I will just play for you someone else reading these, just so you can hear what it sounds like when you use the weak forms of this.
Track 6. 2. T. Of. At. From. For.
Okay, so these are, you heard the strong pronunciation and also the weak pronunciation. The weak pronunciation is what you use in normal conversation, and it will make you sound more fluent and more like a native speaker when you do this. Now, there are some other words that also have weak forms, and you can see a list of them here. So, for example, these positive auxiliary verbs, can is the strong pronunciation. Can becomes kin. Must becomes mist. Do becomes d. Shall becomes shall. Was becomes wis. And are becomes Okay, I know it sounds a little bit funny at the moment, but this is how you get to sound fluent in English, by these little words. By the way, Zung Ha,
Yes.
can you tell me, looking at all these little words here, can you tell me what they have in common? Okay, don't count this one, by the way, don't count because, but all the other words, what is something they have in common?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
Michael,
Yes.
looking at all these words here that can have weak forms, that can have weak pronunciations, what do they all have in common? What is similar about them? Can you tell me?
Are they pronounced for humans?
Not quite. Tuk Lin. I'll try one more person. Tuk Lin.
Yes.
What do you think, Tuk Lin? All these words, they have something, well, they have a couple of things in common, actually, but what is one thing?
It's almost one.
One what?
I don't know the word.
Okay,
One
all right.
word.
What all these words, except for because, all these words are one syllable. They are all one syllable words. All right. So weak pronunciation words never have more than one syllable. So before you get too confused and think, oh no, I have to learn a strong pronunciation and a weak pronunciation for all these words. You don't, okay? You don't. Only these little one-syllable words, only these little one-syllable words can have weak forms of pronunciation. So for example, the pronouns, her becomes her, you becomes ya, them becomes them, your becomes ya. All right? These are the weak forms. The conjunctions, and, but, cause, than, and the articles, the, un, all right, are the weak pronunciations. So don't worry, all right? Don't worry about trying to remember, oh, when shall I do a weak pronunciation? Because once you start to speak English more fluently, the weak pronunciations will come naturally, will come more naturally. So at the moment, just be aware that most of these one-syllable words and mainly prepositions do have a weak pronunciation when you are talking naturally. And you can read what I have read here. Duk nia.
Yes.
Okay, can you read the first sentence here, please, under exam tip?
Exam tip. If you use weak forms correctly, you will be more fluent and you will sound more like a native speaker.
Thank you.
This
All right.
will,
Keep going. Yeah. Keep going. Yeah.
This will get you higher marks in the exam. Recognizing weak forms will also help you understand English speakers more easily. It's easy to miss weak forms because they are unstructured.
Okay, good. So what this means, to paraphrase it for you, it means once you get used to the idea of weak forms of pronunciation, it will help your listening a lot too, because you are not suddenly listening for every little word in a sentence. You know some of the words, some of the small one-syllable words will have very weak pronunciations, and you don't really need to concentrate on listening for them. You just need to concentrate on listening for the words that have more than one syllable. So, for example, a phrase like cup of tea. All right, you are only really listening for the words cup and tea. Can I have a cup of tea? Can I have a cup of tea? All right. So you're not listening for every single little word in that sentence. You are only listening to the main ones. Can I have cup and tea? So the of is not an important word. You need to just pronounce it weakly. It needs to be there, but it is pronounced weakly. So this will help improve your fluency. Does this make sense to you, Cho Zhang?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so if I say to you, cup of tea, okay, that's how you would correctly pronounce that sentence to sound like a native speaker. You don't say, can I have a cup of tea? You say, can I have a cup of tea? All right, so that is the difference between being fluent and not fluent. Are there any questions about that? Okay. Sorry, I just dropped my lesson sheet on the floor. All right. Next week, I won't start it now, but next week, I think going to give you a speaking test. All right. And we're going to have the speaking test on part 2. Part 2. So this is where you get a card from the examiner, or if you are doing the computer test, all right, it will give you a question that looks something like this. So first of all, before we look at that, I'm just going to remind you what you will get marks for in the speaking test. So the first thing you get marks for is task achievement, fluency, and coherence. So task achievement means, have you actually answered the question? Have you answered the question? Fluency, we've just spent the last 20 minutes talking about fluency, all right? Means speaking not too fast and also not too slowly, but clearly and without too many pauses or gaps between your words or sentences. And it also helps to use the weak pronunciation of things like prepositions to improve your fluency. Can I have a cup of tea? I met him at university. Not I met him at university. I met him at university. All right? That's where the fluency comes in. Coherence means, does your answer make sense? Are all the things you talk about in your answer, are they connected to what the question was? Lexical resource, the second thing the examiner will be looking for, just means the range of vocabulary that you have. Are you using lots of interesting words? Maybe more complex words. All right, maybe more multi-syllable words. That is what your lexical resource is. Your grammatical range and accuracy is purely to do, are you using the correct form of the word? Remember the exercise we did earlier about choosing the correct form of the word? So are you using the correct form of the word? Are you using the correct tense? Do you have the words in the sentence in the right order? And the last one, pronunciation. Are you pronouncing the words correctly? So those are the four things the examiner is going to be looking for. Now, that reminds me, one thing, please, that you must do if you want to improve is you must try to do some practice every day with your English. Now, I know you are very busy with lots of other subjects and you have exams, I know some of you, but please try to do 5 minutes a day of either listening to something in English or reading to something in English. Watch a movie, watch something on YouTube, watch a clip on YouTube in English about something. Go online and read something in English, something about Vietnam, something that you will be familiar with. So the words, okay, will mostly make sense to you. This is how you will improve your vocabulary, all right, your lexical resource, all right, and this is how you will get to practice because you will see how grammar is used. It is much better to do a little bit of something every day than to do just one big lesson once a week. So, of course, we spend an hour and a half every Sunday afternoon talking English, but unfortunately, that is not enough. It is better to do 5 minutes or 10 minutes every day than to do 1 hour once a week. So if you want to improve, all right, you have to try and do something in English every day. Like I say, 5 or 10 minutes. And it might be just watching something on YouTube or watching anything online or reading something in English. All right, a little bit every day. A little bit every day is how you will improve, not just leaving it to 1 or 2 lessons per week.
Do you have any recommendations?
Like I say, Michael, just think just little things on YouTube. I would like to say watch a whole movie, but obviously you don't always have time to sit down and watch a movie. Okay, so
like in your subject, in your field, do you prefer anything more than the normal ones?
I like to try and find things, if I was you, that are interesting to me. For example, some people I know like football. Okay, so maybe you will find some commentary or something online about your favorite Premier League football team in English, and just listen to a little bit of that.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. To read, reading is maybe something to do with the news.
It's like novel, okay.
Yeah, and you can read a novel, of course, but again, it is quite hard to find time to sit down and read a novel or a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is hard to find time. So that's why I say just do it in small pieces. Small pieces. Remember, everyone, it's an old proverb, the longest journey is made up of small steps. Okay, you might be trying to walk, your goal is to walk 1,000 kilometers, but that 1,000 kilometers is made up of single individual steps. So just do one step at a time, just small pieces, but do them often. Just do them often, okay? And look for things, subjects that interest you. Does that help, Michael?
Yeah, that helps. Thank you.
Okay. So we've already done some practice tonight on speaking part 1. Okay, so how did you spend your free time when you were a child? If you could improve your health and fitness in one way, what would that be? I will ask you more about that in a moment. But right now we're going to focus on speaking part 2. So remember, for speaking part 2, you have to talk for 2 minutes. You get 1 minute to prepare, which isn't very long. What you will see I've done here is, for the task card, I've written down some quick notes in red, which will help me give my speech. So remember, of course, you can look at your notes when you are giving your 2-minute talk. You can look down at what you have written on your piece of paper to guide you. So I want you each to do this now, please. So please describe a person who has helped you at an important time in your life. I'm not going to get you to give the speech now, but I am going to get you to tell me what your notes are that you are writing for each of these. Does this make sense, Tuklin? What I want you to do?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to choose a person, all right, for yourself, and then write some notes under each of these headings about that person. All right, Duknia, does this make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, Duknia. Chojang? Chojang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, does this make sense, Chojang, what I want you to do?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so please choose a person, okay, who has helped you, and then write your own notes for each of these headings. So remember, in the exam, you will only have 1 minute to do this. So, Michael, I'm going to start with you, okay?
All right.
Okay, it's all right, Michael. I'm going to give you 1 more minute, all right? Okay, so here is the order. Michael, Tuklin, Duknia, Chojang, Tang, and Zungha. Michael, Tuklin, Duknia, Chojang, Tang, and Zungha. Okay, Michael, tell me when you are ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right. So who is the person?
It's my best friend, Tommy. He's my college from secondary grade.
Great. All right. What is that person like? What is he like?
He's kind. He's generous. He's funny.
Humorous.
Yeah,
Humorous. Humorous. He's funny. Good. Okay. What's it got here? What were the circumstances? All right.
Well,
We're talking about here how he helped you. What was the reason why he helped you?
it was the first day I went into the secondary grade.
Okay, the first day you went into secondary grade. Great. All right. How did he help you?
So he led me to the class position and take me up to my class.
Okay, good. All right. What happened? And what happened because of this? How did you feel?
I made a promise with him that I will go out and eat out with him, and we became best friends.
Great. All right. And explain why is he important to you? Why is he important to you?
Well, he's my first friend in the secondary grade after a long while.
Okay, he's your first friend in the
secondary grade.
Okay, good. All right, Michael, that was very good. Excellent.
Thank you.
All right, so those are the sort of things you write down, and then you base your talk around those. Okay, but those are the sort of things you will write down on a piece of paper, and then as you are going through your 2-minute talk, you just look down, and these things remind you of what to talk about. And as always, Michael, I know I've said this to you many times, I would like you to write down your last sentence.
Yeah, I did
if you have
write
time.
it down.
Good. What is your last sentence?
Overall, being a friend of his is my biggest pleasure.
Great. Perfect last sentence. Great.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay. And remember, the reason you write down your last sentence is because often you will be nervous when you are doing this. And suddenly you will get to the end here and you will think, how do I finish? How am I going to finish this? So this is when you look down at your piece of paper and look, you've already got your last sentence written down. And if you give a good, positive conclusion to your talk, it makes the whole talk sound much better. Okay, makes the whole talk sound like a good, neat and tidy package. Does that make sense, Michael?
Yes. That
okay,
makes sense.
That was good. All right, Tuk Lin, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so what I'm going to ask you is just these headings, Tuk Lin, and you will tell me what your notes are, okay?
Yes.
All right, who is the person?
She's my best friend. Her name is Ngân.
What is she like?
She's very, she is a clever, reliable, and generous person.
Okay, now what other circumstances were at the time when she helped you?
It's when I was in grade 12 before the university entrance exam.
How did she help you?
She encouraged me and helped me study in English.
Okay, so what happened as a result? What happened?
I get a high score in the university entrance exam.
Okay, good. Okay, remember past tense, Tuk Lin. I got. Good. Past tense. Remember, you're talking about the past, all of this. So why is she so important to you?
She make me have a motivation to study.
She gives me motivations to study. She gives me.
She gave.
Yeah, gave, probably gave. Yeah. There. But you could say give because probably she is still doing this for you. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so you can choose either one, Tuk Lin, up to you. So you can say she gave me motivation to study then, but she still gives me motivation now, today. She gives me motivation to study. Okay, This is
Yeah,
good,
I
Tuklin.
understand.
Okay, these are good notes. Very good. All right. And your last sentence, Tuklin. Do you have a last sentence to finish your talk?
I think she's my best friend, and she is not only my best friend, she also like my family. Please.
Yeah, that's good. She's not only my best friend, she is like my family. All right. Excellent last sentence, Tuklin. Excellent
Oh,
last
yeah.
sentence. By the way, everyone, you don't have to do things in this order. Maybe you write down your last sentence. That's the first thing you do. You think, oh, I've got a good last sentence. I'll write that down now before I forget. All right. Then you go back and do your notes. All right. And again, remember, of course, you have to do this fast. You only have 1 minute to do it. Okay. So Tuklin, that was very good. Very good. You did exactly the right thing. That's good. Duknia, your turn, please.
Yes.
Okay, Duknia, who is it?
His name is Hio. He's my best friend since fifth grade.
Okay, what is he like?
He is kind. He's generous, and he is very funny.
All right. What were the circumstances where he helped you?
In my school, in what do you say? Before my school, basketball team tryout.
Before your school basketball team trial. Okay, great. And how did he help you?
He's very good at basketball, so he tutored me and he helped me a lot in improving my skills.
All right. So what happened as a result of him helping you?
I got onto the team.
Great. All right. So why is he so important to you?
Like let's say he improved me in basketball very much, and I think he's my partner in crime, so he's very important.
Okay, it's a very good idiomatic phrase, Duknia. Very good. He's my partner in crime. Okay, very good. Okay, please remember things like that. You will get a mark in the exam for that. Okay, partner in crime. Okay, is both a collocation and an idiomatic phrase. That's very good. Just the beginning of your sentence, you should say, he helped me improve my basketball. All right. You said something not quite like that, but that's what you meant to say. I know. So you say, he helped improve my basketball. Does that make sense, Duknia?
Yes.
He helped improve my basketball, and we are partners in crime. You know, he's a very good friend. All right. Do you have a last sentence, Duknia?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is very important, and he will be forever be my best friend.
Okay, he's very important, and he will be forever my best friend. That's good, Duknia. Okay, that's great. Good. All right. Any questions about that, Duknia?
No.
Okay, so again, this is exactly what you need to do when you are preparing for the speech in your 1 minute. Okay, Cho Zhang.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Cho Zhang, who is it?
So, the person I'm going to tell is my mom, who is my best friend and also the companion who always beside and support my journey.
Okay. Okay. What is she like?
She is energetic, straightful, and powerful as well.
Okay. So what were the circumstances at the time that she helped you?
So, partly I find her when I got some problems in my mental health, such as putting pressure on myself too much after before examinations, helping
Okay.
me. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm aware. Remember, you only have 1 minute to write all these things down. Okay. So you only need to give me short answers, Cho Zhang. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I know if this was for real, you wouldn't have much time to write all this down. Okay, so how did she help you?
So she gave me some high quality advices and showed me the way to show me some solutions to fix them.
Okay, show me some solutions to fix them. Very good. What happened as a result of her helping you?
So firstly, I feel better after being with her, and I also know the right path to follow and learn the way to make myself become better.
Make myself become better. Make myself become better. That's good. So why is she so important to you?
So she is a supporter and also a person that I can believe at all. And she's also a leader to help me find the right ways to
help you find the right way to to live your life, maybe to live your life,
to orient my futures.
Okay, help me find the right path to the future. How about that? Is a better way of saying it, I think. Help me find the right path to the future. Okay, and what is your last sentence, Cho Zhang?
I haven't written yet.
Okay,
I'm
all
still
right.
thinking.
Okay, that's fine. So remember, please, if you can, write down your last sentence because it provides a nice, tidy conclusion to your talk, and that makes the whole talk sound better. But the rest of that was fine, Cho Zhang. That's good. Good use of tense too, by the way, Cho Zhang. And also the small prepositions and things. You got them all correct. That's good. Okay, Tang, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, who is the person, Tang?
It is my friend Ming.
Okay. What is Ming like?
He's tall, kind, and always willing to help me.
Okay, so what were the circumstances at the time that he helped you?
It is a week before an exam.
Okay, how did he help you?
He encouraged and give me many mock tests before the exam.
Okay, so what happened as a result of this?
Yeah, I've got a high grade.
Good. All right. So why is Ming so important to you?
Without him, I can have a better scores at my exam.
Okay, so you say with him I can get better scores in my exam. With him, or with his help. With his help, I can get better scores in my exams. Okay, and do you have a last sentence, Tang?
I very appreciate him because he's my best friend, and I'm happy to have him as my friends.
Okay, he's my best friend, and I'm happy to have him as my friend. Okay, that's all you need to say for a last sentence. Doesn't have to be long, Tang. Okay, he's my best friend, and I'm happy to have him as my friend. That's good. That's all you need to say. All right, that's very good, Tang. Very good. Okay, and the last one for this afternoon, Zung Ha. Are you ready, Zung Ha?
Yes.
Okay, who is the person? Who is the person, Zung Ha?
Is obviously my mom.
Your mum. Obviously, your mum. Okay.
Yes.
What is your mum like?
She is kind, patient, and hardworking.
Okay. So what were the circumstances where she helped you?
This is when I have the most challenging exam in my life to enter high school.
Okay. How did your mum help you?
She support me a lot, encourage and help me study.
Good. So what happened as a result of her helping you?
I passed the exam with great result and entered my dream school.
Good. All right. So why is she so important to you?
Because she always be there when I need her help and encourage me follow my dreams.
Great. Okay. And what is your last sentence, Sungha?
She always be the most important person in.
Sorry, I didn't hear the end, Sungha. She's always... Oh, sorry,
the most
Sungha.
important person in my life.
Okay. She'll always be the most important person in my life. Okay, that's a good, very good last sentence. Okay, good. So I hope I haven't missed anybody out, have I? No. Okay, so that's very good, everyone. All right, you did the exercise very well. So it's time to end the lesson for today. Next week, okay, we will do a speaking test. All right, we will do a mock speaking test, not this subject, by the way. I will give you a new topic next week. But this is good practice for that. So remember, you have to talk for 2 minutes. You get 1 minute to make these notes. So just make notes like you did this time and you will be fine. So we will do that next week. Okay. Oh, who can't I see? Michael, I can't see you. Now I can. Welcome back, Michael.
Sorry,
All
my
right.
camera was a little bit broken. Like the
Okay.
screen was going green, so I turned off to change something.
Okay, that's fine. All right, everyone. Thank you for your concentration and for being here at the class today. Does anyone have any questions for me? All right, let me just quickly summarize what we've done today, what I want you to take away from the lesson. 1, to improve your fluency, remember to use the weak pronunciation of prepositions. I'd like a cup of tea. All right. I met him at university. We're going to the restaurant. Not we're going to the restaurant. We're going to the restaurant. All right. Use the weak form of pronunciation to improve your fluency, how you sound. That is number 1. And number 2, what we've just done is in the 1 minute preparation time you have for your speech, you just write quick notes down under each of the headings. And of course, you can look at them during your speech, and they will help guide you and keep you on course for a good result. All right, so thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a relaxing rest of your day, although I know that some of you are studying, and I know Tuk Lin, you are doing a class. You have a class to teach, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone, I hope you all have a very happy week, and I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye, Mr.
Bye.
Rick.
Bye.
Xin chào bác. Bắt đầu. Xin chào bác.